Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com, and in this video we are going to talk about the manifestation is the consequence of the wish fulfilled, but not the requirement. This can be a huge game changer for you if you really understand this, because a lot of people, they still have this paradigm that like my wish is fulfilled when I see it manifested, when my senses can experience it in this like three-dimensional world and it's manifested, and then my wish is fulfilled. Then I can finally have this relief and this knowing that, oh yeah, awesome, it's here, it's there, great, I did it. But what if we shift our paradigm and we realize that the manifestation is actually the byproduct, the echo, the shadow, the mirror of the wish fulfilled that has already taken place within us, right? But the manifestation is not the requirement for the wish fulfilled. So this is a huge paradigm shift, and it can be a little like game changer to help you in your approach. That is why I want to share this with you. And if you want to learn more on how to manifest your goals without any fluff or hype or woo-woo, you just want straight to the point talking, then check out my free masterclass. That's the first link in the video description. And also, if you want to work with me to take things to the next level, then you can apply for a free 45-minute call to figure out if we are a good fit for my program. That's the second link in the description. And with that, let's talk about this really interesting topic, right? Manifestation is the consequence of the wish fulfilled, not the requirement. And I want to explain that to you. So the manifestation is always the consequence of the wish fulfilled, never the prerequisite for the wish fulfillment. Only when my wish has already been fulfilled, so you are already that what you want to be, right? Will my outside world reflect it as a mirror? The only thing that matters is where I stand inside. The satisfaction and the positive mood of the wish fulfilled belongs to me immediately, because my mood depends on the inside, not on the outside. That is why happiness, love, and all beautiful things in life are never to be found outside, but only within myself, right? And then the mirror, this world, it can only reflect. So let me explain that to you, right? What we do when we imagine something that implies that the wish is fulfilled, what some people like to do when they affirm that they are already that what they want to be, right? Or they imagine something that implies that they are already that what they want to be, or they hear congratulations, or they use I remember when, or revision, or isn't it wonderful, right? But it all helps us to realize that we are already that what we want to be. And so we realize that we actually are already that. So it is like already done. It is like already being fulfilled. And only when this has been fulfilled, when we realize that, when we shift ourselves internally in that state of it being already done, right? Then your outside world will reflect this to you. But it won't reflect it unless you have not shifted internally. So when you stay in a state of wanting it, needing it, lacking it, it's not here yet, and you try hard and do all of sorts of things, then you have not shifted internally, like your wish has not been fulfilled. You're still like looking at the wish, but you have not appropriated and claimed and assumed it to already being done. And therefore, how can your outside world reflect this? Right? The outside world is just an indicator of what you do within. It's just showing you your imaginal activity. It's just showing you your internal states and your assumptions. And this is all mirrored back to you in form of circumstances and events and people and conditions in your life, in your whole life experience, right? In your health, in your relationships, in your finances, everywhere. So realize that, right? The manifestation is the byproduct, basically, is the confidence when you have shifted into the state of the wish fulfilled, when it's already done, right? But it's not the requirement. The manifestation is not the requirement to feel the wish fulfilled. You can feel the wish fulfilled even you see no manifestation. And that is what's so powerful, because the satisfaction and the positive mood of the wish fulfilled can belong immediately to you, because you have access to it. You can immediately feel the relief of it being already done, because your mood depends on the inside, not on the outside. The outside can show you things are not here yet. You're still in this like unpleasant state, and the circumstances are not the way you want them to, and you don't have the finances you want, and all of this. But immediately internally you can feel the wish fulfilled, because you can imagine whatever you want that implies that you have it, or use any other way to bring you to that state. So it depends, your mood depends on the inside, not on the outside. Your mood only depends on the outside when you are unconscious, right? When you are unconscious, then you let things that are happening in front of you, the mirror basically, right? When you look at this and you let the mirror decide your mood, then you're like a slave to the senses and to the mirror, and you run in this negative like feedback cycle, negative feedback loop. But when you realize that your mood entirely depends on how you choose it, which means there's a person that can tell you in the face, hey, you're ugly. Just a random example, right? Or, hey, I don't like you. Or, such things. You could still be really relaxed, really calm, really happy and laughing about that, because it does not matter, right? You choose your internal state no matter of the circumstances. It's that we learn that, oh yeah, when this happens and that happens, we have to be really sad, and then we have to feel like this and like this. But who's saying this, right? You can totally freely choose your inner talk, inner states. So that's why your mood depends on the inside. And if you realize that, right, and you realize that the internal wish fulfilled, that's it. When you in your imagination experience the wish fulfilled, because your imagination is real, then you are in this state of the wish fulfilled, but it does not depend on the manifestation, because that's only like then the byproduct. So that's like just a reminder that happiness, love, relationships, like all of that, in the end, on a deeper level, when we see it like that, is really just like, it's not found to be out there. It's not out there in other people and circumstances. It is first of all in you. You basically give it to yourself first, and then you get it back, because then you get it mirrored back. Then you see it manifested. You see your internal state externalized, right? The mirror can only reflect. The mirror has no will on its own, no like power of decision on its own. It is your internal state. And I want to share also some quotes with you, because that which you experience in the physical world is merely a shadow reflecting the reality of your imaginal activity. Like I always say, the outer world is a delayed reflection of the inner, and is confined to a dimension of space where events occur in a time sequence. Do you believe that the change happened already in your imaginal act? Or do you believe and maybe hope that the change will happen in the physical world? That is this big difference, right? So do you go into your imagination and then you imagine something which you think is somewhere out there, and then you open your eyes again and then you be like, oh, okay, I imagine it, but now I have to wait until it comes? Or do you actually realize that while you imagine that, you just right now experience the wish fulfilled? Like while you imagine that, you are in that state of the wish fulfilled. It is done. Right, watch the video I did. I will link this above right now. Highly recommended and really important video called How to Imagine Correctly and what imagination actually is. All right, I will link this here. And that's the game changer, right? So then you no longer depend on any feeling of relief or wish fulfilled with the manifestation, but you can instantly, anytime, anywhere you want, feel the state of the wish fulfilled, feel this relief, feel this knowing that it's already done. It's not that the manifestation therefore is required. And then the awesome thing is, if you don't depend and are not attached to the manifestation, and you more focus like on feeling of the wish fulfilled without waiting, without looking for signs, that is ironically actually when the manifestations show up even like easier or more effortlessly, because you're not waiting, you're not wishing, you're not hoping, you are already in the wish fulfilled state, and your life always reflects back what you do within. So when you are in the wish fulfilled, then that is what you get mirrored back to you. That's why I wanted to make this video, to get this clear to you. So if you have questions on that, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And thank you really much for watching, guys. I talk to you in the next video. Bye.